Hi everybody, this is Terry Lee and I have another one of my publisher videos. Yay! Anyway, so how many times has this happened to you? You purchased a kit and you're gonna create a like a 9x6 cover, and you're gonna have journal pages inside. You're gonna fold them in half and everything's gonna fit and it's gonna be wonderful. And so you're thinking you're gonna print it out and it's gonna look like the one on the left, but instead when you print it out, it looks like the one on the right with the really big border, and it comes out to, I don't know, I think it's like 9 something by 7 something. This has happened to everyone, and it's not a matter of an A4 versus a US thing. Some journals are made to be made a little bit smaller, not traveler journal size, but a little bit smaller. But maybe you want to use the same thing and make it a little bit bigger. So this is different than the resizing from A4 to 8.5. And it's also different than resizing your ephemera, because these pages actually come with the great big border around them. So even when you resize them, then it's still going to have the big border around it, and it's still going to print out with the big border around it. So let me show you what you need to do. Now we're going to go back, and if you haven't watched my other videos, I recommend them, of course, since I made them. But anyway, I recommend them. I have one on buying from Etsy and downloading. Once you download them, I have a video on organizing your files. I also have one on resizing kits that you buy that are in A4 size so that you can print them out 8.5 by 11. And I also have another one on resizing ephemera. So those, if you watch those, that'll make this one easier, but this one is still going to be easy too. All right, so now I'm going to go to File and New. So this is what it looks like when you first open Publisher. What you're going to want to do is click blank 11 by 8.5, and that makes it landscape, which is the orientation, versus portrait, which is up and down, that most of your kits that you want your pages to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example of a journal by Victoria Design, and I love all their stuff. I love, love, love it. And but I just want to show you because there's some of their journals are meant to be just a smidge smaller. And so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click Insert and then Pictures. And we're going to look at all my background pictures as usual. But what we're going to do is yes, I know there's a lot of folders. All right, now we're not going to worry about the ephemera. What we're going to worry about are these pages here. So let's just grab a few so I can show you in a row how easy it is. Okay, so you say Insert. So of course they're little, but you can even see just even now that they have a built-in border. You can see around the edge there's already going to be white, and then you've got a border. So you're going to have a double border basically. So what you're going to have to do in our other video, we just put it in the corner there and we resized it and made it the right size. And then we just scooched it out a little bit, which distorts it just a little bit, but we've decided we can live with that. Okay, so then now you see my problem here. You've got the border that's built into the picture, and then you've got the border that's built in on your printer. So now you're going to have this much white space when you print the picture out. This is bad. However, how can you resize it anymore? Because you won't be able to see, let me bring it back down. You won't be able to see your guidelines. Now what do? You listen to my dog barking in the background. No, that's not what you do. You move this off to the side. Oops, I guess I better make it small enough so it fits on the side. You move it over to the side, a little bit more. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to, Insert, where we were. We're going to go Shape, and then you're going to click Rectangle, and then you're going to draw. So you're going to hold down, click your left mouse key and hold it down, and then you're going to go just like that. You want to make your rectangle the exact size. This is a little bit off. There we go. The exact size of the printable area. You know what? Let's go to page design and then margins, and then let's set it to narrow. And then now let's resize our rectangle here. Because you're going to use this as a guide. Now, if you leave it like this, you're not going to be able to see through it, because we need to make this picture bigger than the printable area. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to make it to where their border is outside of our printing border, so that all it prints is our printing border. I hope that makes sense. So you're going to right click on this, and you're going to click Format Auto Shape, and you're going to go right here to Transparency, and you're going to go all the way, all the way up. You can see it getting lighter and lighter over here to like 60%. You see how light the square is now? So now when you drag this over, you can still see the picture. Now, if you accidentally click away, now you're not going to be able to get back at the picture because it's behind. Do you see what I'm saying? So you need to be able to manipulate this. So don't click on that. If you do by accident, like I have here, then just select Send Backwards, and it'll bring your picture forward, and then move your picture out of the way, and then click on this, and then bring it forward again, because you want it to be on top. All right, so you're going to want the printable area that you want it to be lined up. Actually, see, I've got it backwards now. Send backwards. You want it to be bigger than the square. So normally this would print. You see where the name is? All you want is the picture part to be inside the blue square. So you're going to drag it, and you can see the border is still, you're not going to get it. So you're going to have to actually make the picture bigger. Oh, look at that. That worked out really well, almost all at once. You want to make it bigger than the border. All right, now use your up and down arrow keys on your keyboard and just nudge it up there like that. And then just take this and just that little bit. Okay, I lied. Just a little bit more. There we go. And ta-da! Now, if you were to print this, well, first of all, it would have a blue tint to it, but we'll get to that in just a second. If you were to print this, this part the printer would ignore, because it's outside the border. So what you would get is a true full-size picture without the double border. Okay, so now you don't want the blue tint. So you see now this is bigger than this one. So if you click out here, you're getting your picture that you want to print. See? Now let's see if I can get it back where I want it. All right. But if you click here, the rectangle you made is smaller. Now you can delete it, but if you're going to do more than one page, well, why would you? So you can just move it off to the side, and then save, this is your page. Okay, then you're going to go Insert, just like we did in the other videos, New Page, and then move your rectangle back, because that's your guide. Okay, and then move your next picture over. Make sure that you've got the picture part lined up. That way it keeps this a little bit bigger than the blue square. It makes it a lot easier to not accidentally, rectangle, sorry about that. You see, we still have the border in the border, so we still have to make it bigger, bigger. Okay, now if we move it up, using the arrow keys. Move it over. Keep going. Keep going. All right, just like that. Now we got it just a smidge. This time it's on the side. You could tell where because you're seeing the blue instead of the picture. Now you're done. Now you move your blue square out of the way. Add a new page. Whoops, I think we lost our blue square. That's all right. Just go insert shape. Well, it's all right that I did it. That way when you do it, you'll know what to do. You just put another one in. Somehow I dragged it off so far it disappeared. Right click, format auto shape, transparency, all the way up to close to 60. Okay, so now you just drag the next one over, make it bigger, drag it diagonal, keep going until the picture is bigger. I know it looks like the picture's going off the screen, but I promise you, as long as the part that you want to print is within the area of this blue rectangle, it will print. Now I'm doing it a little bit on each corner just to show you in case, you end up with an issue like this. Now I just use the scroll button on my mouse to scroll up and down because it's a little bit bigger than the frame. So you got to be able to see it. Let's bring it down one. Okay, and then just over a little bit. Sometimes you got to finagle it a little bit. Most of the time, those first three, I guess I was like, ta-da, because I got them right away. There we go. And then you just click the blue square, and then you can make it smaller, and then when you move it out of the way, it should still stay. But you've got it. There we go. And then I guess you got it now. Insert, new page. Rinse and repeat until you're done. Okay? So that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, if you go back to here, you'll see that your image looks like it's way too big for the page, and technically it is. Technically, you're actually printing it so that it's off the page on purpose. And that's your whole piece de resistance that is the goal of this. So that's it. There's no PDF for this one. I'm sorry. I threw it together really fast. And I just wanted to show you really quick because I figured something out. And so I thought I would share it with you. Okay. Well, that's it for me. And I will see you in the next video, which will be, I don't know, second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.